Okay everybody, so we are back again, and this time, much like we have in the couple previous weeks when we're talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., we are going to be talking about their big hitter on there, who is of course Ghost Rider. Now this, of course, for some of you that might not know, this is of course not the normal Ghost Rider most people are familiar with, who is Johnny Blaze. This is of course Robbie Reyes, the one that actually drives a car and not a motorcycle. Now so far people seem to be enjoying every time he transforms and he's doing his thing, and of course last night's episode is no exception to that rule because he had an absolutely amazing scene when he's inside of a jail just murdering some dudes. But earlier in that same episode, there was a lot of things that were hinted at towards the future of the MCU with the Darkhold book. Now the Darkhold, of course, is this giant book of like the dead, and it just tells you about everything from Atlantis to vampires to demons and so forth, pretty much everything mystical in the MCU and Marvel universe. Now if you guys paid attention, when last night's episode opened, we actually see two characters enter the basement, and while they're looking around, we see a poster. Now this poster should be familiar to Ghost Rider fans, as the name of it is pointed to the Quentin Carnival. Now this is of course all happening during a flashback where we see two characters kind of searching for the Darkhold. Now obviously this is important, as this carnival would be important to Johnny Blaze because this is where he spends his time doing motorcycle stunt work. But that is not the only thing. When the camera changes angles, we see that a motorcycle has actually been taken apart right in front of that poster. And not only that, if you look right below it, there is a familiar looking leather jacket that once again around it has some piping and everything related to another motorcycle. Now obviously this is a little bit of speculation here, but if we're seeing it here, we're seeing this jacket, we're seeing the motorcycle, and this is a flashback to years ago, it stands to reason that at one point Johnny Blaze was the Ghost Rider and he was doing his thing before ultimately we see the current Ghost Rider show up. And remember, there was talks, and apparently Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Marvel did reach out to Nick Cage to try to get him back for a cameo for the first couple of episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Unfortunately, that didn't work out and he turned it down, but you know, this could be an indicator that something down the road could happen with the Ghost Rider. Now of course, many familiar will know that Johnny Blaze is not the first Ghost Rider, as there were people before him, but that's a story for another time. So what do you guys think about this?